So now that we've learned some more details here, what do you make of this case? How rare are cases like this is the question I actually want to ask.
They're quite rare, but they're certainly very concerning to the public, very concerning to many police officers that are serving the public the way they should in a professional manner each and every day. So it is something that we should be concerned about. It's something that Winnipeg police will have to go. They'll have to gain the trust of the public back, regardless of what changes have been made, as the chief of police had mentioned there. So it's going to be a time of turbulence, not only within the police department, but certainly the public trust in the Winnipeg Police Service.
Obviously, as I mentioned, Bostock pled guilty. On Friday. So some people might look at this and wonder if there's a way to understand if this is an isolated incident or a signal of something deeper in our Winnipeg Police Service.
Well, Winnipeg Police Service has not been without controversy over the years. And I think, like many police agencies, when these things happen, it's something that we have to think about again. We have to look at how we vetted this particular officer, whether integrity tests were in place, whether we did the polygraph, the psychological testing is required, because police agencies have to do whatever they can to make sure that they have the right people within their ranks. For someone like this to be rogue for such a period of time, and given the fact that relatively short career of 20 years, is concerning, and I think we're going to have to, or Winnipeg Police Service is certainly going to have to delve into this to make sure that they could have done everything they possibly could have to prevent this. And look at this clearly. What you know and what I have read with respect to this is just an agreement on a state of facts that have gone forward between Crown and Defense. There's probably many, many more that weren't agreed to put forward as a statement of facts. So we don't know the totality of this. We don't know what happened to the other police officers that were with him during the activities that he partook in. We're not sure what happened to those other police officers that were given gifts to turn a blind eye to something. You know, those allegations that you look at with the information that's available, there's a lot more that, in my opinion, that needs to be done to make sure that those that were accessory to the behavior of this individual are dealt with in a significant fashion to deter this activity from occurring as the Winnipeg Police Service goes forward serving the public.
It was interesting because you said we don't know how he was vetted, but when you think if this is over at least a period of 8 years, which we understand and know that to be fact, and you talk about preventing this, does some of the idea of preventing this come not just at the vetting process, but at how we keep watch within the service over periods of time? What can be put in place in police systems to maintain checking on officers?
Well, let me tell you, it's not only the vetting process of how we recruit, hire, and train these people, it's how we supervise them and how we discipline them if, in fact, that something untoward does happen at the outset to deter that activity. A lot is looked at. Supervisory actions are certainly the most prevalent that we need to look at, but you could do integrity tests where, in fact, we know police agencies, and this may happen, we may not even know it, will do setups where, in fact, for example, in police agencies that I'm aware of, they'll have a car break-in, a wallet will be in the car, there'll be some money in the car, and they'll have cameras set up to see what happened. Now, it appears they did some type of integrity after the fact to gather evidence here, but these are testing that has to be done continually. But the significant factor that's going to prevent this from perpetuating throughout an organization into some type of corruption is the fact we have to have proper supervisory people in place, and we certainly have to have discipline to deter this activity. This will be something that I'm hoping, will be looked at within the Winnipeg Police Service, and not just look at Mr. Bostock as an individual and we got the bad apple and the rest are fine. No, it has to be a continual insurance of credibility within the police agency.
So let me read what Winnipeg Police Chief Bowers did vow to do. He vowed to amend the Police Services Act. This is part of what he said, and to publish disciplinary action in respect to police misconduct. Is that sufficient to start rebuilding public trust? And why aren't we
No.
publishing that anyway?
No, we should be publishing. We should be as transparent as we can with respect to that. But that is still not going to deter the people from being involved in the activity. There's so much more that has to be done by our police leaders to ensure we have integrity within our police organization. So that's just one aspect of it. What you want to do is you want to prevent this behavior from finding its way into your police service, into any of the public services to begin with. And I think that is paramount here. And if you do identify it, you've got to make sure you do whatever you can to deal with it and ensure that whatever fracture there was that allowed this to continue is dealt with almost immediately, because trust in police is paramount for us to live and work and play in a civil society. And we certainly don't want to go down the road of having rogues like this within our services, especially when the men and women are out there each and every shift serving in a very professional manner. And that's what we want. But those that do go astray need to be dealt with forthwith, and you've got to prevent it from happening again.
I know we'll speak again about this as it unfolds. Thank you very much, for your time this morning.
Thank you.
That's Kash Heed. He's the former chief of the West Vancouver Police Department, former Solicitor General in British Columbia, now a city councillor in Richmond, BC. He joined us via Zoom.